Hey guys, what's up? Zombie here. Today I'm going to be going over New Year's stuff and New Year's resolutions, and more specifically, that resolution about getting back in shape, finally going to the gym more, losing the weight, all that stuff. I'm sorry if I sound a little odd or if it sounds like I have a clack in my teeth. It's got to have a cough drop in there because I'm sick. I'm hoping I don't end up with strep. I've taken lots of medication, and I might be coughing every once in a while. But that aside, that's just because I get sick and I have kids and I work in a school, so it happens. But back to the point. Don't distract me. Back to the point. Um, it's the start of the new year, 2019, and you might be thinking about your New Year's resolution, what you want to do, what you want to do to get in shape. You're going to go to that gym. You're going to get in shape. You're going to finally start working out, or you're going to eat better, or you're going to sleep right. So, there's something I got to tell you. If you're not planning, you might not get to your goal. If you're not planning ahead, if you're not doing all three of those categories, working out, eating right, and sleeping correctly, you probably won't get to your goals. Now, if you've already planned it out and you know exactly what you're doing, awesome, more power to you. Good for you. But this is for the people who haven't gotten the time to plan it out. They don't know what they're doing yet. They're just kind of figuring it out and they're like, oh, I'm going to go work out and I'll lose the weight. I'm not being an naysayer or anything. I'm just here to help you and give you some advice that might boost your goals a little bit, might help you go along the right path a little faster, okay? So, the first thing you gotta think of is it's not going to be fast. It's not going to be an instant, boom, you're there. No, it's going to be a marathon. It's not a race. It's a marathon. So what you want to do is you want to plan it out like that. You want to plan it out for the long term. Spend the entire first month doing all your research, setting up your workout plan, setting up your new sleep goals, figuring out your whole meal plan, because that's the hardest part and that's the most important part as well. There's an old saying, abs are made in the kitchen, not in the weight room, and that's very true. What you eat is literally like 70% of your entire goal. Then maybe 15% of it, or yeah, about 15 to 20% of it is going to be the weight room, doing the gym, exercise, and then the other 10 to 15% is going to be sleep. Proper sleep habits. Now, it's important that you do all three. You try and get that full 100%. You don't jip out on any of those. But eating is probably the most important thing. So, what are you going to do to start eating right? Are you going to join the next big diet craze? No, that doesn't really work that well. All diets really do, all the big ones that you pay for, is they're just doing a calorie cut. And they're going with all these different gimmicks, and they're trying to say, oh, no carbs, or no anything but fats only, or only protein. No, it's about macronutrient balancing. That's what a lot of the more popular ones that actually work actually do without telling you that. And it's something you do for free. You don't sign up for anything. That's all junk. Just go to any, like MyFitnessPal. That's the website I use. It's free. Then there's also, I think, mytdee.com. That's so you can figure out your daily calorie expenditure. Great websites. I highly suggest them. Go check those out for your starting of the journey. Like look up TDEE. That is total daily energy expenditure. So you enter your height, your weight, basically your measurements, things like that, and it tells you how many calories per day you burn and how many calories per day you need to build muscle, to lose fat. It tells you basic general goals. So then it gives you kind of a general idea of how many calories you actually need. Because if you're not eating enough, your body will hold on to everything it gets, and you will not lose weight if you're eating way too low. Goes into starvation mode, holds on to everything. Sucks. And then it will start eating away at your muscle probably in the long run, so you're going to hurt yourself. So, and then you'll run into the whole area of skinny fat. Nobody likes that. So what you want to do is you want to go find out how many calories you actually need and get to that number for your specific goal, for gaining weight, losing weight, maintaining, whatever. And then go to a calorie counting site like MyFitnessPal. There's a lot of other ones. There's bodybuilding.com. They have one also, I think, but it's not as easy to use. So MyFitnessPal works well. You enter all your foods in for every single day. Just get used to using it for that first month. Just kind of get in the swing of it. January, all getting used to things, planning it out, figuring it out. Because you're playing it smart, you're playing for the long game here. You're not doing it for a quick thing. You're doing a lifestyle change that will get you in good shape. I started at 254 pounds and 27% body fat. I felt terrible, I looked terrible, I was huge, and then I dropped 50 pounds of that, and I dropped 10% of the body fat, and I feel a lot better. And it took a couple years, but I did it healthy. I did not lose any muscle. I lift more now than when I started. So I'm just telling you from personal experience what might work for you, because it did work for me. So first thing you gotta do is your macronutrient balancing, also along with your figuring out how much you're gonna eat every day. So figure out how many calories you're gonna eat, and then figure out for your goal what you want to do with your macros. Now you have your proteins, you have your fats, and you have your carbs. Got a cough, hold on. Okay, proteins, fats, carbs. Now your body will take proteins and rebuild torn down muscle tissues. Your body uses fat and carbs for energy. Now, you don't get to have an equal slice of pie for think of this as a pie chart. You don't get to have an equal 1/3 of the pie for each one of those. No. You want to do a higher protein, like think 50% or more protein, and then you do smaller slivers for the other two. Like for my body type, if you have Scottish or Irish or English body types, then you might want to try something like lower carbohydrates, maybe 15 to 20% carbs, and then do a little more fats, like 25-30%, and then the rest of it all proteins. And by fats, you don't have to kill yourself with that. Some cheeses are good for fats. Avocados are great for it. For carbs, don't go for breads. Be smart about this. Vegetables and lots of fruit. Fruit's great. I mean, fruit's an awesome carb. I love grapes, apples, oranges, all kinds of good stuff. And it's delicious. You can have some good stuff with that. And your seasonings. I use buffalo sauce on everything. I love it. So good. It's actually not that high in sodium, surprisingly. Or cayenne pepper, just put that on everything. It's awesome. Things that are spicy actually do tend to burn a little bit more fat. It's not a big amount, but it does help a little bit. Just try and work out your metabolism. But then the rest is protein, of course, for your macro. So think of that as your macro balance. High protein, lower fat, lowest carb. That's a balance that I would personally recommend for trying to build muscle and burn fat. If you're doing it and you're starting it now, you're going to be able to get what they call newbie gains, which basically means new person to the gym, their body's adjusting to it, so they are able to, for a couple months, build muscle while burning fat. That won't last for a very long time, because once you actually do get into the swing of things and your body adjusts, that's going to stop and slow down, and then you'll have to do one then the other. Then you'll have to start focusing on build muscle, then lose fat. That's what we call a cycle. It's going to happen, prepare for it. Take like 2 or 3 months. Enjoy those newbie gains, because you're going to see a big hit of progress in those first couple months, and then it's going to slow down. But don't lose your patience. You're not doing anything wrong. That's perfectly normal. It's perfectly normal to slow down like that. Just work into it. That's when you change it up. So after the first couple months, then you try and go to a bulk, because your body's already adjusted to how much muscle you have. Build up a little more muscle. Increase how much muscle you have over your whole body, so that your body requires more calories to maintain. And then after a couple months of that, then you go back into a cut when your body's used to feeding the muscle. So then it continues to pull fat from your body to try and make up for the slight difference in calories. Not gigantic. Don't drop down 1,000 calories. Drop down 500 calories. I mean, don't do anything drastic, or your body will go into starvation mode and survival mode and hold on to it all. Smart thinking. Just do minor changes over a long period of time. Okay, and you'll survive this no problem. You just do a couple cycles, like switch off every 2 or 3 months. And that will get you some great results. Right now I'm in a bulk. I'm going to start my cut in January and really suffer. It's going to be very, very unfortunate, because my birthday's in January. And I'm probably going to hate life around that time, but it's worth it. The goals. Nah, gotta train to look like Goku, right? I'm a big Dragon Ball Z fan. If you haven't guessed from the room around me, there's Goku up there. Anyways, guys, back to the point. So, what kind of exercises do you need to do? Do you need to go pump heavy weights? Do you need to run a lot, like 10 miles a day? Do you need to do a ton of sit-ups? Is that the only way to get there? No. There's a lot of ways to do it. There's a ton of ways to do it. As long as you're being consistent, don't go in and do like a 2-hour killer workout every time you go in there. 2 to 4 hours. You don't need that. If you're just being active and getting up and doing something 3 to 4 days a week, you're golden. Just make sure you're consistent about it. It's better for your body and for your goals, for achieving them, if you do like several half-hour workouts a week as compared to like a single 2-hour workout where you get sore and don't go back again that week. It's better for you to do several smaller workouts. I mean, that's just how it works. And don't go in and just do like slack off and just do a minor moving around, of course. You want to get sweaty, you want to build up your heart rate a little bit, of course. But you don't have to kill yourself. No, do it smart. Just do it within moderation. It's okay. As long as you're going in there, you're moving around, you're keeping active, you're going to burn the calories. And it's fine. You can do power walking if you want. You can do boxing if you want. Doesn't matter. Like, try and do things that do incorporate entire body movement. That's probably best for you and your goals. Because the more muscle you build overall in your body, or the more muscle you actively use, the more calories you're going to be using up. And that is probably going to help you in the long run. Another important thing to remember when you're working out, guys, there is no such thing as spot fat reduction. That means that doing a whole crap ton of sit-ups will not take away your abs, your gut. It will not give you instant abs. What that will do is build up muscle where the abs will be once the body fat total percentage goes down. Then the abs will be more visible because they'll be bigger underneath. That's all there is to it. There's no such thing as spot fat reduction. That's a myth. Doing push-ups doesn't suddenly make your pecs show through your chest. Doing twists and stuff doesn't suddenly make the sides bust out with muscle. No, it doesn't work like that. It's a percentage, total body fat. Women normally carry body fat on their upper leg area, like hips, maybe the butt, and guys normally carry it on their sides, and a bit in front of their tummy, like below the belly button, and on their lower back. A lot on the lower back for me. That's where I store my fat. Doesn't even matter if I have veins popping out in different places. I'll still store my fat there mostly. So I know that even though I have a good strong core, thanks to boxing workouts and doing weights and all that stuff, that's going to go away over time. And you just have to be patient with it. I mean, that will go away. Just keep working at it. When you stop losing weight entirely after several weeks, or if you don't lose anything or get any body fat percent reduction within like a month or so, maybe change and do a bulk because your body probably got used to it. And try and build up more muscle because you're reaching that skinny fat level where your body's adjusted, you're not seeing any definition or any results. Try and build up a little more muscle in that time. Don't be afraid to gain a little weight. Because, like, sure, you might gain 10 pounds, but what if you put on an extra, like, 3 pounds of pure muscle, and then you burn off those a couple pounds of fat that you put on? You'll have a couple extra pounds of muscle still that's built on top of everything, so that gain was worth it. Because you'll be a couple pounds heavier of pure muscle, and that's your goal. Because you're trying to increase how much your body requires so that it will burn it faster. Anyways, guys, remember, just go about it smart. Plan ahead. You don't have to do any specific workout plan as long as you're being active, you're not hurting yourself, you're watching your form, not doing things crazy, and you're just being consistent. And this also brings us to the last category, sleep. I don't spend that much time on sleep because it really doesn't take much more than me telling you, get some sleep. I mean, seriously, guys. You You don't get stronger in the gym. You don't get stronger in the kitchen. You get stronger when you sleep and when you rest. When your body is healing itself and repairing itself, that's when you build back up the torn down muscle and make it stronger and better than it was before. So what you gotta do is you gotta catch up on those Z's. You gotta catch up on that sleep so that your body can get stronger. I mean, if you're getting 4 hours a night, you're not gonna see results. I'm sorry, you're just not. I didn't see results until I changed my sleep schedule. But yeah, I didn't see any results until I changed my entire sleep schedule. I started actually getting maybe 6-7 hours of sleep a night. It made a world of difference. I was getting 4 or 5, switched to 6-7 hours a night, maybe take a nap at some point, and you feel great. You start being able to recover faster. It's good. So, guys, just look up macronutrients, look up how many calories you require. Go to that website I told you. It might help you out. I mean, that's myfitnesspal.com. And most people use that nowadays. It's pretty popular. You might have heard of it. Go just be smart about it. Good luck on your goals. Tell me about what you want to achieve this year. What do you want to do? What do you want to look like? Are you trying to lose weight? Trying to gain weight? Are you trying just to improve how you are right now, overall body transformation? Tell me. I want to talk to you. So talk to me in the comments below. See you guys later.